They are now just one win away. And I'm sure, as you said, Patrick, that is a scenario that he would have taken at the start of the night.
Yes, of course, he knew that will be a difficult games. Even Burnley, the season was over, but you have to give them a credit because I think they played the game quite seriously. But from Arsenal, it was a really good first half with a lot of tempo, created a lot of chances. But in the second half, obviously, the tempo dropped. But they managed the game quite really well in the second half. They show a lot of experience. They didn't concede chances. And I would say that was a good really team. Thought or think that they will drop something, a little bit of luck from Burnley to equalize at the end. But that result can hurt them because it's still just 2 games to go for them and 1 from Arsenal now. So I think they may going to go to the game tomorrow feeling a little bit disappointed of the result of Arsenal today.
But that does eliminate the goal difference theory as well, Jamie, in effect, because 1-0 means that a draw is not going to be enough if Manchester City win their final 2 games.
I think in some ways, I think Manchester City would probably have taken that before the game. In that, listen, they'd love Burnley to get a result. My point being is, what are the chances of Burnley getting a result? You know, you're expecting probably 4 or 5 goals. So if you'd have said to Man City before the game, you'll be ahead on goal difference. And if we win our 2 games, you've got to hope Palace get a draw. You know, because the goal difference could have maybe been taken out of the equation tonight for Manchester City. And we felt that, didn't we, a few weeks ago when Man City went to Burnley, we felt that, that was an opportunity missed there to try and really improve the goal difference. So, yeah, hopefully it'll go to the last day. Obviously, we know Man City got a really tough game tomorrow. But if it does, that will be a really long week for Arsenal supporters.
1 goal was enough for Arsenal tonight. Was it fitting, Patrick, that it was a set piece in this season of all seasons?
I think we are not surprised that Arsenal scored on the set pieces because through the season they've been quite really dangerous. Here we can see the quality of the delivery of Saka, but the desire to compete from Havertz and being by himself, not man marking, allowed him to get in the 6-yard box and then just to score the goals.
It's a fantastic leap, wasn't it, Patrick? Fantastic leap.
Oh, it is unbelievable. The timing, and you can see how higher he's been jumping here. And he's a strong guy in the air, Havertz. He's got a couple of goals in the air already. So that is just showing his desire to compete, to jump, and to score that important goal for Arsenal.
He was also involved in an incident in the second half, and it feels like a lot of fans of other clubs are talking about this incident that we're about to see now. So he goes in high, and he gets a booking for it. Jamie, what's your take on this? Because VAR did have a look, and there was a question about the amount of force used in this as to justify whether it should have been a red card or not. What's your take?
He's very lucky. I think the fact that the referee's got such a good view and gives a yellow card means it's maybe difficult for VAR maybe to go against it.
Full speed gives us the idea of the force.
Yeah, I mean, how the referee hasn't given a red card straight away, I do not know. He can't have a better view. I mean, it has to be a red card. It should be. And the idea will be the force. That will be the one thing that saved him, I would say.
Is there enough force, do you think, for an overturn, effectively? Patrick, I'll come to you in a second. Not sure?
I just struggle to see how you can get away with that, with how high it up is on the calf. It always looks worse in slow motion, or you see a still on social media.
Or you can see a freeze with the studs high up on the back of the calf. Patrick, the question of force. We'll show it you again, to be fair to you.
I think it is a tackle, a challenge from behind. And you can see the studs on here. I think that was the right decision from the referee, honestly. I don't think there was enough force for the red card. I think if he didn't went to see it on the VAR, I think the yellow card for me was a fair decision.
And the question then is what the impact on the game would have been, because that was minute 68, so there'd be 22 minutes plus the stoppage time. How might that have changed things, do you think?
Well, Burnley did do well. They were coming into the game. It was a little bit nervous towards the end. You think, well, the man down. And it's not just the man down, it's missing Havertz for the Crystal Palace game. And when you think of Arsenal, and we did the big thing last week on the decision, for me, it wasn't that contentious. You know, the Raya and holding his hand down. We analysed it on here and felt it wasn't Arsenal had got away with one. It was the right decision. But when you think of two big decisions that have gone Arsenal's way in terms of red cards in these last few weeks, you think of the Gabriel head into if Haaland goes down, it's a red card. And that tonight, they're lucky to get away with two big decisions. You maybe think you might get away with one, but they've got away with two. So you need a bit of luck to win the biggest
Is that
things.
right, Patrick? Do you need some fortune?
Yes, of course. But I think if you're going through all the incident from the first game of the season, you're looking at the balance. I think it's fair to say both teams, so the top teams, will be the same kind of treatment, I would say. It's difficult to
tonight, isn't it?
No, but what I mean is that you can't just pick up a situation and say this team or that team has more advantage. You have to look at all the incidents from the first game of the season. When you look at here, even if Havertz was signing off, I don't think Burnley had enough to really create chances to get back into the game. I believe that was the right decision from the referee.